been some time.
Must have really missed me to go through all this trouble. Nice harpoon, by the way.
To capture an extraordinary soldier takes extraordinary measures.
I'll take that as a compliment.
The question I got asked by the press the most was, how are you going to fill the shoes of Jack O'Neill? He's a giant. He's an icon. He's this, he's that. And my answer was, Jack who? I don't know who Jack O'Neill is. I've never watched Stargate. And I hadn't. And I purposely didn't watch Stargate because I didn't want it to affect the way I wanted to approach my character. After the first episode aired, I was never asked that question again. It's really interesting. I was never asked a question in relation to me or Jack O'Neill again, ever. But it was the question I got asked the most before the show aired. So I realized I was dealing with something significant, and that clearly he was this iconic figure. And I've since watched Stargate SG-1 since then. And, you know, I'm really glad I didn't watch it because I'm glad it didn't affect me because I think what he does is great. I love what he does. He's got this crazy, quirky, idiosyncratic approach to things, and it makes you interested and you're paying attention and you're watching things. You try to compare his character to Kurt Russell's in the movie, and it's very different. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think the show would have been successful with Kurt Russell. I think Richard Dean Anderson was so quirky and so bizarre that it threw everybody for a little bit of a loop. They were like, what's that guy doing? That guy's kind of eccentric. Hey, wait a minute. This show's actually kind of funny. And I think that helped build a cult following. And I think it also broke things up in the show for the show to have fun. Because I really honestly think that one thing that makes the Stargate franchise is a little different than other shows is that it has fun. It's trying to have fun, and it's trying to have the audience have fun with them. And Star Trek is much more serious. And so I think that's the power of Stargate. So to answer your question is the Jack O'Neill character is genius. And I'm glad I didn't know it, so it didn't affect my take on things.